Gemini, welcome to your May general forecast, and this is for singles and couples, okay? So let's see what's going to be coming your way. Ooh. Gemini, looks like you're up for some heartbreak this month. This month of Gemini, alright? It seems like there has been some problems that you've been like overlooking at, or you tend to overlook that, and you did not really deal with that at the at the right time. Well, do you still have space with a person? And now that it already spells out for separation. And when it comes to your work, you are thinking of going back to what you used to do and where you used to be in the past. So I feel like more likely, Gemini, this month is all about introspection, reflection, and finding yourself again. Alright? Now let's take a look. Well, no matter what happens, especially for those who's already married and already with kids, family comes first. Whatever comes your way, whatever pleasure, excitement, and thrill, and adventure, family comes first. Alright? And let's take a look if you're still gonna be, still getting back together. Drinking and binging, and you're not going to be so self-conscious about what you're going to be doing next. You will be needing somebody to guide you, to remind you that life is still good and there's still a chance and hope for everything, that you feel like your life is already fading and crumbling. Forgiving and learning. Pay attention to the red flags. Attraction. For how many months or even years you've already been having some problems in your relationship, that you feel like you're just too confident that the other person will never ever make that big step forward. And now that they're finally be getting it and finally be doing it, you'll find yourself a little bit in need of help and guidance. Alright. Now, for couples or for committed ones, there has been some issue that's been ongoing for a long period of time now, and you're not really, paying attention to it because you feel like, the other person doesn't have any guts to leave you or move forward or, leave everything behind. But you're in for a surprise this month, because finally the person will finally be opening up their eyes that they're just pretty much tired, they're just too consumed, too drained, and they feel like they've been carrying the entire world on their shoulder for such a long period of time, and now that it's time for themselves, it's time for them to go and look for whatever makes them whole again, and whatever that makes them feel so fulfilled and happy. For some Geminis, if you are actually with a water sign, there's definitely a third party. And if you are with an earth sign, I don't feel like there's a third party, but more likely that this person just have had enough of everything. That they have tried to swallow their pride, swallow whatever they can, that they can swallow in a relationship, just to save whatever your foundation, whatever that you have started in the past. But now it's like they just wanted to let go. So earth sign, there's no third party. Water sign, yes. Now, you will be in denial for, let's say, for the entire month, or it could be for the next following months, especially for the next 5 days or 5 weeks. And you will somehow feel like that this person is just trying to threaten you, trying to, you know, um, try to put a bluff on you, and they're still gonna come back. But the thing here is, once they finally let go, and once they finally, embrace their freedom and embrace their new life, I feel like if you're with an earth sign, there's no turning back. For water signs, it's gonna take some time for them to fully realize. Water signs don't actually reveal their feelings, and they don't usually deal with their emotions, but it takes some time for them to realize that they have made such a huge mistake. So if you are expecting and hoping that this person will still come back to you, okay? Both. Or earth signs or water signs. Both. I feel like there will only be forgiveness, and you will have a talk, but it's gonna take up, like a year or so. Even if you will be filing for a divorce, or even if you will be filing for legal separation or whatsoever, I feel like it's gonna take some time for them to just, just let go of whatever happened in the past and go back to you again. The love is still there, but they're just pretty much tired. For those Geminis who's actually with an air sign or fire sign, air sign, there will be a reconstruction of your relationship, your bonding, and your family. There will also be forgiveness. For those who's already with the fire sign, you are actually dealing with not just with one person on the side, but two. Okay? And you'll be surprised how your partner, really manages all of this thing all at once. Because all this time, you know that they're just working so hard, and that they don't really have time for such thing. And all of a sudden, you'll just be surprised that, they are this talented to multitask. So, bottom line, you will find both of your freedom, but it's up to you how you're gonna make, how you're gonna make up for your, I can't say losses, but it's more of something for you to reflect upon. Especially, never ever neglect somebody who's always been there by your side, and never ever be confident that they will always be there. Because there's no such thing as forever. Alright? So, finances and career will be very sound and good at this point, but I feel like you're going to be too all over the place to decide which one do you really want to go for. Okay? You will have two choices, two opportunities, two offers, or two contracts to sign. Now, when it comes to your careers and finances, you want to go back to what you used to do before, or where you used to work before. You want to relocate, you want to go, you want to find whatever that's you feel like is missing in your life. And you feel so stuck in your current situation. You want to start anew. And you feel like you've already saved enough, or you've already, it's like you already have enough resources for you to start something that you've been itching to do for a long period of time. But wait for you to, to fully emotionally heal right before you start any other project. Because if you will be starting any other business or project while you're under depression, then most likely it's not going to work out, and you will just ended up wasting everything that you have started and that you have saved. Alright? Someone will be guiding you, but you just need to learn how to listen, because that is actually the problem with you. You do have big trust issues, and you always feel like people will always be out there to hurt you or take advantage of you. But please remember that not all people who want to get close to you will take whatever that's yours. Sometimes the universe sends them to you to be your guide, and for you to learn some lesson from them. So don't close the door. Now, When it comes to your sex life and to your love life, for some Geminis, you're gonna be turning into a rebound, or you're gonna have your own rebound. But right through the process of trying to forget somebody or something, or trying to deny your feelings that you're not really hurting, the more you deny your feelings, the more it will just embed in your chest and embed in your heart that it really hurts, and that you have failed yourself in this situation and this problem. Now, for singles, you will find yourself kind of repulsing the presence of somebody, or you don't want to keep on dating and finding someone. It's like you will be so contented for a little while, at least for this month, to be single and not to look for anybody at this point, because you are still hanging on to a hope, or to at least something or somebody, okay, to come back into your life and rekindle that foundation again. And for marriage Geminis, or for those who's already committed, I feel like this whole frenzy of dating and having a rebound here and there, I feel like you would just, this is just a momentary relief for you not to feel your pain and your anguish. But at the end of this month, you will be prioritizing your own family or your kids. And I feel like you'll be spending more time with them rather than spending time with your dates. Okay? And most of the time, if you really feel like, if you really feel the urge, most of the time that you're just going to be doing it yourself. And you're going to be walking away from pleasure for a little while. You will also have big trust issues, that every time that there's someone that's going to be coming into your life, you will always think that they're going to be leaving you, and they're going to be doing whatever you have done to your ex. Okay? You're going to learn how to love again, but it's going to take some time for you to trust again. And every time that you're going to have some trust issues, it will just ruin your new beginning with somebody. Because you have to learn how to forgive yourself, and you have to learn how to accept, things that is already beyond your control. When it comes to your health, you will also be drinking and binging. Okay, you'll be drinking too much this month, and you will try to drown your feelings and your sorrow through the bottle. But I feel like someone will be guiding you, someone will be there for you, and someone will also remind you that you are still loved, and some people are still, still want to be there for you, and they still care for you. You'll also find yourself a little bit feverish, especially right in the afternoon, and you will feel more muscle pain, right in the evening, even though you're not really working out, or you're not really doing anything drastic. It is because of the stress and the depression. You also need to rehydrate, drink a lot more fluid, and I feel like you also need to change or shuffle new clothes, because you're going to be losing weight this month. Okay? Also, check out with your eyesight, or check out with your vision, because it seems like you're going to have some blurry vision, or you will somehow find that your other eye is not really following the other. Okay? That actually happens. And I feel like there's also a lifestyle that you need to turn your back into, and you need to, put yourself back together by the end of the month. The strength that you're looking for, you cannot find that with any other people that you're going to be having sex with, but you need to stick around with your family or relatives. Okay? Now, for giving and learning, pay attention to the red flags and attraction. This is something that I've already mentioned. You need to learn how to forgive and learn. Don't carry the grudges inside of you and right behind you, because every time that there's someone new is going to be coming into your life, you will always tar them with the same brush. You need to learn how to forgive, especially yourself, and learn from your past mistakes and never do it again. You will keep on paying attention to the red flags because I told you that you're going to have that big trust issues. It's going to take some time again for you to really let go of the control issues, okay? And you'll be very attracted, but you will be attracting a lot of negative people. It's part of the lesson that you have to learn. Now, 6 of Ariel, material needs get fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways. Acts of kindness, giving or receiving with a graceful heart. The World Archangel Michael, a very happy ending, coming full circle. Spiritual growth and insight. 6 of Raphael, embrace your inner child, new friends or rekindled relationships. Children or childhood. So this is going to be a good news for, for some of the Geminis, that you still have that chance or opportunity to rekindle what you've had in the past. All right? Let's take a look, singles. Every time that there is a reading that you feel like it's not really favorable, you don't really have to reject, or you don't really have to be scared that, oh my God, this can happen to me. Take it as a warning for you to be prepared. And if ever that it doesn't really matches you or it doesn't really resonate you, good for you, because it's actually negative. But if you're already going through the same thing or same situation, take it as a warning, take it as a precaution, and learn how to navigate the in and out of the situation so that you won't really, fall into the same pitfall. Now let's take a look, singles. If you're going to be finding somebody very significant, and some Geminis will also be rekindling with somebody from the past. Calling in your soulmate, honeymoon. Ooh. Okay, this is good. Well, the one that you're going to be rekindling with, and you're the one that you're going to be reconciling with, it's going to end up into a wedding. And you're going to be traveling in another country or another place. In a place that is actually very romantic. You need to stop fighting. It's time for you to go through transition and changes. Stop repeating the same kind of behavior and mistakes that you have made and done in your, in your past relationship. It's time for you to start anew. And whenever there's a problem in your relationship, you don't really have to, be so overly dramatic. Learn how to act like two consenting adults and talk about your differences. Ooh, especially with the air, water, and air, water, and fire. You're gonna have very deep conversations with each other, and I feel like there will also be a promise that you will both try to keep and meet. So good for you, Gemini singles. Alright, that's it for you for this month. And if you want to talk to me live on the phone or live video calls, you may go and visit and register at my website at sophiaangel.net. You may the live video call and live phone calls, those are actually two different software. Okay, so you need to register to the live video. You also need to register to the live phone. If you ever have some technical or service related inquiries, feel free to talk to Alpha or to Justin. Okay, and please visit DestinyPsychics.com. There are a lot of new psychics out there that's also ready to help you. Bless you and have a great month of May.